So, before I finish college, I want to build an actual rideable plane. Not only would it look cool on my resume, but I would be able to go places that I have not dreamt of going before. There are just two caveats that I need to address here. The first is, I have zero mathematical experience with building planes, like with the dimensions of the wings, or the stabilizer, or the body. The second caveat is, I cannot afford to fail on my first try. Basically, I'm gonna build a prototype out of foamboard, get that to work. Once I get it to work, I'm just gonna scale up all the dimensions, and from there I can just make everything stronger and fly.
After sketching and cutting out the side profile of the wing, I scored and creased the foamboard panel to combine with the ribs and create an airfoil design. Making an airfoil design is important because it allows for lift to be generated while the plane is cruising flat. This is achieved when wind runs faster above the wing, creating lower pressure above the plane and, in theory, pulling the wings up along with the whole plane. I just created multiple copies of the airfoil wing and connected the mini wings all together with a copper pipe. Now for the body, I made this little sketch of how I wanted the plane to look like. It looks pretty cool and has a belly if I ever wanted to drop stuff midair. And now for a sick montage. I'm going to connect the wing to the body using two rubber bands coming from the skewer above the wing and onto another skewer I'm about to add. With the hardware looking great, all there is left to do is add the electronics taken from my previous ultimate failure and take it out for a test run. The point of the test run is to determine where the center of mass should be, as well as making sure that the wings could carry the load under a certain speed. The test showed that one side of the plane was heavier than the other, so I added bolts to center the center of mass. I made some landing gear out of some of these rods and a couple foam wheels. With the landing gear working well, I added a very fat motor as well as this 15-inch propeller. I hope this works.
It's working! It's so slow! Let's go! Let's go! No! No! As you can see, that was probably the most successful yet most disastrous video I've ever taken of my builds. The plane flew, but then broke for two reasons. The first is, I'm a terrible pilot. I don't fly planes that much. I fly quads, and those are, like, the handling is completely different than planes, so my muscle memory kicked in, and I crashed the plane. And the second thing is, the motor is very weak. Like, full throttle, it was barely able to pull the plane, and allow it to fly. But it worked! It worked! I could use the dimensions.
If you guys like this video, I'm sure you'll love my other videos. Check out my channel or watch this video of me making an auto clicker in real life.